ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। हरिः ओम्। We are studying the sadhana marga to reach the state of dhanyata. Those who have walked that path, they have reached. They are Siddha Purushas, the men of realization, Kritakritya. So in the Dhanyashtakam, Bhagavan gives how they reached, and it becomes a guidance for us. So the third shloka we are studying, Tyaktva grihe ratim adhogati hetu bhutam. Tyaktva, renouncing the grihe ratim, it is said. Immediately, you not say you give up the house. The great attachment, identification, taking great delight in that, and as though that is the be-all, end-all of life, and getting so much involved only in that, that is the cause of one's fall. In our Vedic Dharma, it is said, the student life is called Brahmacharya Ashram, then Grihastha Ashram. It doesn't stop there. After that Grihastha Ashram, you have to prepare for the higher realization. But if somebody gets attached there only, then that person will only cause his own fall, no growth at all. That rati shabda is important. Taking delight only in that and thinking that is the only most wonderful thing. This is one aspect. This tyaktva rati. But then the mind cannot remain without some kind of support. Therefore, immediately said, Atme chayo panishadartha rasam pibantaha. How you reach that state of blessedness? The delight and attachment to all these household things, worldly pleasure, they have to be given up, but at the same time, Upanishad artha rasam pibantaha. Pibantaha means literal meaning a drinking. Rasam, the bliss, the joy, experiencing. Sadhaka level, try to experience. The wise people, they revel in that. Rasa of what? Upanishad artha rasam. That truth which is revealed by the Upanishad. And to do that, Atme Chaya, that longing must be there for the realization of truth. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, Atma Swarupa is said, Raso Vaisaha Rasagaihe Vayam Labdhvanandi Bhavati. See, Rasa means juice. Rasa means bliss. When we come to our food level, enjoying, the Shad Rasas are there. We enjoy the food. Then Sahitya Rasa is there, Sangeeta Rasa is there, Vijnana Rasa is there. So that higher and higher level, different rasas. The highest is that Ananda Swarupa, our own Atma. Rasagaihe vayam labdhva anandi bhavati. Only when a person is able to even in the beginning, get a glimpse of that Ananda and then revel in that, then we'll realize that earlier what the Ananda we thought in so many kinds of things, that was only make-believe. It was not real Ananda. It was only, we believed it, therefore we started feeling happy. That is not the real Ananda. There, Katha, one boy was there, poor. He wanted to drink milk. He did not know milk. And the mother used to take some wheat flour, mix in the water, and she used to give that only. This is milk. And he used to think, oh, I am drinking milk. Then one day he went to his uncle's house, who had cows and all that. And when he drank real milk, he said, oh, this is called milk. What I was drinking? Wheat flour. So when he came back, asked for the milk, mother was giving that. Now he knew what was the real one. Said, now I cannot enjoy this. So mother started crying, what can I do? Where can I get real milk? Are, there is one Bhagwan. That Bhagwan lives in Milky Ocean only. You worship him. You will get all milk. What we understand is, as long as we don't know what real Ananda is, whatever we sense, pleasure, gratifications, all that, we think only that is Ananda. We get attached to that. But it is said, in the beginning, even if you have to apply little force, apply and give up this, and then turn the attention to the Atmechaya, with desire to know that Atma Tattva, which will be revealed by the Upanishad, and that Upanishad will tell you what real Ananda is. In the Bhakti Marga also, don't they say, Pibate Ramarasam, Ramarasam. तब तक सिर्फ आमरसम, और ये आमरसो होने है। अरे आम को छोड़ करके नामरसम, नाम में तो जाओ पहले, देन राम रसम ऑल्सो विल बी देयर। नहीं, हमको तो साउथ इंडियन रसम भी चाहिए, साउथ इंडियन रसम ओनली। बट व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड रसम? बिकॉज यू एंजॉय। बट really Nama, Bhagwan Nama, when you take Bhagwan Nama, then when you enjoy, then Nama indicates that Rama, then that reveling in that. So Atme Chayo Panishadartha Rasam Pibantaha. Next, Vita Spruha Vishaya Bhoga Pade Viraktaha Dhanyas Charanti Vijaneshu Virakta Sangaha. The Dhanya Purushas, Vitaspruha. Vitaspruha, those from whose mind is spruha, the longing, the craving has gone away. Vishaya bhoga pade viraktaha, and dispassionate towards all the sense objects, the pleasures and all that. And dhanyas charanti vijaneshu virakta sangaha, and they live there Vijaneshu in solitary places, Virakta Sangaha, free from all Sangha attachment. Now, three things are there. Vitaspruha, Vishaya Bhogapade Viraktaha, and Virakta Sangaha Vijaneshu. What is the meaning? Teen baat. See, we develop attachment to material objects, number one. Second, we develop attachment to living beings also. And third, whatever the sense pleasures and all that we have experienced, we develop attachment to those experiences and we want to repeat them again and again. Now, when it is said Vishaya Bhogapade Viraktaha means they are not attached to objects and sense objects, sense pleasure. Vijaneshu Virakta Sangha means no attachment to human being or other living beings and all that. No such attachment. And Vitasura means no more attachment to or that longing, craving for repeating the pleasurable experiences. So that's called objects, beings, and experiences. We develop that attachment, isn't it? Those people whom we like, we want to be in their company. All those pleasures, objects and all that, we want to be in their company. All the experience, that was such a wonderful experience. I want to experience it again. Again. That's called spruha, craving, longing. Now, when we read this kind of shlokas, you get only really frightened only. But I told you, no great thing is achieved without paying the price. Right? You have to pay the price for it. The higher and higher, and the goal will be there. So the sadhana also will be like that only, no? Otherwise, remain wherever you are, I am all right as I am here. So they are all right. There are some people, every day if I just get my food and all that, that is enough. I don't need anything. Not because they are realized people, but lazy. There is no more of any kind of aspiration and all that. All right, that's all right. If somebody wants to be there, what can anybody do then? Take it. But if you want something higher and higher, then hard work it is. You have to give your life to that. Okay, now let us see what he says again. Babare, why? Because another tyaktva only coming. Bhagavan Shankaracharya, tyaktva, renouncing. Oh, Bhagavan, you renounce everything, and then you want us also to go on renouncing. No. If you don't want, don't do. That is mokshasya kangsha yadi vaitavasti. If you have got desire for that moksha, if you have got your aspiration for greater things, then only. Otherwise, it's going on. Going on. Let it go on as it is going on. No. I want to reach that state of dhanyata, kritakrutyata. Then see. त्यक्त्वा ममाहमिति बन्धकरे पदे द्वे
त्यक्त्वा ममाहमिति बन्धकरे पदे द्वे
मानावमानसदृशा समदर्शिनश्च
मानावमानसदृशा समदर्शिनश्च
कर्तारमन्यमवगम्य तदर्पितानि
कर्तारमन्यमवगम्य तदर्पितानि
कुर्वन्ति कर्म परिपाक फलानि धन्याः
कुर्वन्ति कर्म परिपाक फलानि धन्याः.
Now renouncing, but if you see the order, first is the renunciation of grosser, material and all that thing. Now subtler and subtler begins. You see, tyaktva, giving up, mama, aham, mama, my, aham, I. These are bandha kare pade dve. Pade dve. Pada means words. The two words. Bandha kare, binding notions they are actually. These two are binding thoughts. What are they? Aham, mama, I and my, and I and my. See, I, then my, and then you get attached to all kinds of things, you know. Mama ahamiti bandha kare pade dve, mana vamana sadrushaha, and equanimous in all the mana, avamana means apamana, honor, dishonor. When we say honor, dishonor means ninda, stuti, all that also doing. Praise and censure and all that. Samadarshi, you have to become samadarshi, of the equal vision. Kartara manyam avagamya, understanding. See, we have got the sense of doership, aham karta. Then slowly you understand the real karta of everything is Jagat karta, Vishwasya karta, Bhuvanasya gopta. That karta is Bhagwan there is. Understanding that Bhagwan, the creator of this world, under whose command is the Prakriti, from that only we gave everything. So he is the real karta. So we should become his dasa, karana, instrument in his hand. Tad arpitani kurvanti. And then they do all karma, paripaka phalani. They dedicate the karma, dedicate all the karma phalas, everything to Bhagwan only. Dhanyaha. Now little about the tyaktva. Earlier I said, you have to pay the price. But whenever they talk of sacrifice, renunciation, dispassion is talked about, people are afraid or get worried or frightened and all that. But do you know, this renunciation is actually a path to progress. Has anybody ever attained anything in life without renouncing something? Think of it. Knowingly, unknowingly, and all that, without it you cannot. Shall we start? Where? The fetus is there in the mother's womb. That fetus has to renounce, come out or not. Start from there only. Garbhavas. Can you remain permanently Garbhava? No. Prakriti pushes you. And then you come out of all that. Now the child grows. Isn't it in every growth, the earlier stage is renounced or not? So this renunciation or tyaga is actually progression. Then the child grows and all that. Teeth are not there, teeth come. They also drop. New teeth also come. Aate hain. Then you play with the toys and all that. Then you give up toys or not? Yes. Is there any growth possible without giving up the earlier and earlier stage? Now, may those who are born and stay in the villages, now for higher education, don't they leave that village and they go to the cities? Yes or no? Not only that city, there are certain special subjects and all that. That is there not available in India like that. So I have to go to, depends upon where you want to go to. Want to go to London, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, US, where you want to go. They go or not. If they get attached only to that village, only that place, will they go anywhere? No. So every time you have to give up. Without you cannot progress. Just think of walking. You just stand like that. There's no movement at all. Or you have to lift your, put it that, leave that, then only you can walk. We are frightened of that word. But all our growth is happening in that way only. We get afraid for the word dispassion, sacrifice, renunciation. But that's what the Prakriti is. Unless the earlier state is given up, childhood, then only youth comes, youth is given up, the adulthood comes and all that will go. The state of ignorance, illiteracy is gone, then only you can go get knowledge and all that. So it just goes on. Why are you afraid? If you just get stuck to only just one kind of thing, then you will remain there only. So then I come to the spiritual knowledge also. Without sacrifice, you cannot proceed further at all. And if you don't, you remain there, or sometimes you will go down only then. Therefore, first of all, we should not be frightened of the word tyaktva or renouncing. It's not a frightening thing. If you say price you have to pay, that's why. But when you say it is a growth, just think, all in any field, without sannyas, there is no growth at all. That's why it is said. Now, what are the serious things? Earlier, our attachment to objects, people, this, that. But here, all originating from where? Only I. The sense of I-ness which is there in our body and our mind, intellect complex and all that, aham iti. And then with aham is mama. And the more we are that attached to that aham, mama, bandha kare, these are two only notions only. Because really try to speak, can I be really the body? When you inquire, you cannot. But we are just thinking that I am this. And in the same way, my, and many times the thing which you hold on to the other thing doesn't think that it belongs to you. Particularly material things. Huh? I may say my watch, my watch and the watch doesn't say anything that I belong to you. That watch says anybody comes and picks it up, I will go with that also. Hey? All money is there. I say my money. Money doesn't feel that belongs to me. And if somebody else comes and tries, no, I belong to that. No. जो भी प्यार से मिला उसके साथ चले जाते हैं. So it's all the one way only, no? And we also cannot say that, because up till now the same object was claimed by many people. As my. It is only a notion. But it is so deep rooted, binding like anything. I attached to my things, and if somebody tells bad about that thing, of course, so angry. But he has not said anything to you about that. But that is my object. Do you understand? Now, tyaktva mamahamiti bandha kare. Tyaktva means it's not that you don't use the word I and my. Huh? That will be dangerous, no? Because in the Vyavahara, that mama, one child was lost. And they were inquiring, whose child is this? Whose child? And the parents said, how can I say my? Because it is said, tyaktva mamaham. You should go and tell that is my child. The lost and found things are there, no? The lost one. You have to claim it, that is at the empirical level, you have to use the word I and my. Right? When you travel by train, plane, you say this is my seat, you say. But you know that it belongs to the airline only. Only for that time period it is given to you, then you have to just get out. Don't try to pluck it and pull that. My seat में लेके जा रहा हूँ. And if you go to stay in a hotel and all that, it is your room. But while you can't take the TV set from there. My room में ले जाओ मेरे room से. That's why they keep the guard there at the gate and all that. क्या लेके जा रहे हो? And all the big factories, and even here also, when the workers go, they check what are you taking. Huh? And then one big factory and all that, they, in the trolleys there, and the things are there and all that, and they should check. And they had doubt about one man, that he takes something, but they couldn't find out what does he take. Because they used to check on his only things and all that. Actually, he was taking the trolley only. And they used to see only the things what is there in the trolley. और तो trolley लेके चला जा रहा था. So, words we have to use. I am not feeling well. I am feeling well. I am doing that. That's all right. But let there be, it is such deep rooted that you think that only you are. Give up that. Bandha kare pade dve. Now you understood. Tyaga is not a painful thing. Tyaga is a process of growth. And when you look at that as a growth, then there is no problem at all. Huh? Okay, cancerous growth थोड़ी है. Not cancerous, prosperous, growing. All right, we'll continue then. But the first principle understand, not to be afraid of tyaga, sannyasa, such words. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
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 गणपतये नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः
ॐ गं गणपतये
हे नमः प्रणव गणेश भगवान की
जय
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
जय
ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम we are such people where we should think and act. There we just act without thinking. So if you act thoughtlessly, what result you can expect? So if you do not act according to your thought, then what will happen? Only thinking will be there. No result.